I have a question for you. What did you dream for this year? As we're approaching the last 30 days of the year, I can't help but feel like a lot of you may feel, where you can't believe how quickly the time has gone by, and you find yourself taking a mental or maybe even physical account of all of the things that you hoped for in January and all of the things that have transpired over the year that maybe propelled you towards those goals or pushed you further away from those goals. And as we sit in the last 30 days until the new year, feeling like, wow, there's a gap between some of the things that I thought were going to happen in January. And now that I'm in December, what was not able to happen, right? And so maybe you dreamed that you'd be approaching the end of the year. And maybe you dreamed that you would be starting to step into your purpose and starting your doula career and saying yes to your calling, right? But life has happened now, time has slipped by, and you're sitting and wondering if it's too late, right? Is it too late to make things happen? Or maybe you're even thinking, you know what? When January comes, I'll get a fresh start and it'll be a new beginning. And that's when I'll begin to say yes to the calling and to the career that I so desperately wanted to have when I started this year, something that's been in my heart and that's been burning in my soul for a while to begin to do that I just can't seem to start. But I want to tell you that as we sit very, very close, we got a teaspoon of time left until the end of the year, and it's not too late, right? This is the chance that we have to really end 2024 strong and to start with momentum in 2025, right? So this year is not over yet. We still have 30 days to make something shake, right? And let's be honest, the truth is that we always wait for the perfect time, right? I know I'm like that. I'll put something off and say, oh, now isn't the right time, but January will be perfect. Now isn't a great time, but maybe February will be better. And the truth is that the perfect time just doesn't exist, right? Every year we come to a point where we're taking inventory and we're telling ourselves that next year will be different. Next year we'll have more motivation. Next year we'll have this or that we don't have right now. But the actions that we take today, right now, in this very moment, are the actions that shape our future. And the last 30 days of the year is our chance to break the cycle of putting things off until later and to say, you know what? I'm going to start right now. I'm going to take the action right now. So imagine starting January not with a resolution, but with real momentum towards the life that you want, right? Picture this. This time next year, you're ending the year feeling confident. You're feeling thankful for all the families that you've had the opportunity to serve as their doula. You're finishing this next year celebrating your 1 year doula anniversary, right? Imagine December 2nd, 2025 being your 1 year doula anniversary. You're feeling so proud and so accomplished as you look back on all of the things that you've been able to accomplish in the last 12 months. And you are proud of yourself that you started today instead of pushing things off another 30 days, right? And another 30 days and another 30 days. You're looking forward to all that the year ahead has in store for you, for your family, for your doula career, and you're really looking forward to making an even bigger impact with your birth business. This isn't just a dream, you guys. This is what's possible when you commit to going on an action based journey over the next 30 days, right? So let's talk a little bit about this journey, right? Is this journey for you? So this journey is perfect for you if you felt a tug on your heart to become a doula, but you haven't known exactly where to start, right? If you are ready to stop overthinking and to just get right into action and to take the right next steps in order to make your dream a reality of becoming a doula, then this journey is absolutely for you. If you're craving clarity, if you want support, and if you want a proven action based roadmap to follow, right? Because I will be the guide for you and I will show you all of the paths that you can take to really launch your doula career, then this journey is definitely for you. And if you dreamed of turning your calling into a career, even in this busy holiday season, right? And you're okay with a little uncertainty, then this journey is definitely for you. And if you're ready to finish 2024 strong and to use these last 30 days of 2024 to capitalize on the momentum and to dive deeper into your purpose, then this journey was 1000% created just for you, right? So this journey is not for you, right? Because I know some people are going to be like, listen, I don't have the time because it is the holiday season, and that's okay. This journey may not be for you right now, right? If you're not committed to the time and the energy that it will take to transform yourself through this process and to really launch your doula career, maybe come back to this when you do have more time and when you do have the energy. If you prefer a quick fix, this is not something that's going to be fixed quickly, right? We are going to move swiftly and we're going to take massive action, but it's not going to be quick. It is still going to be a deep process that does require some time and some energy and some commitment and effort, right? If you're not willing to invest in yourself and step outside of your comfort zone, I know our comfort zone is comfortable, which is why we like it, right? It's safe there. We know what's happening there. But the beautiful things that we wish to manifest in our life and for the next year in our careers is things that are going to take place outside of our comfort zone. And so we do have to get comfortable outside of that comfort zone. And if you're not willing to take that step outside of your comfort zone, then this journey will not be one that will be helpful, right? And if you are in a season where you're already stretched beyond your capacity, right? Sometimes things are going on in our life with our partners, with our children, with our parents, with the current corporate career that we have, right? So many things could be going on. And so if you are already stretched past capacity, I don't want you to overcommit even more. This audio intensive or video intensive, wherever you're watching this on the podcast platform or on YouTube, will be available for you to come back to when you do have the capacity for it. So save it, come back to it when you're ready. Okay, so let me introduce to you guys this 30-day intensive. It's called Answer the Call 30 Days to Your Doula Career. This intensive is going to give you a clear step-by-step action plan to start your doula career in 30 days, right? We are taking massive accelerated action. Okay. So over the next 30 days, I want you to be able to say that you have confidence, that you're taking action, and that you have made real progress, right? I want you to find and develop an even deeper and stronger connection to your why and your purpose for becoming a doula, because that's going to be your anchor as you go through the uncomfortable pieces of this process, right? I want you to have clarity on your ideal doula path, right? I know some people only know about birth doulas. Some people know about birth and postpartum doulas. Some people want to be birth and postpartum doulas. Some people want to be either or. Some people want to be a different type of doula altogether. Some people don't even know that there are other types of doulas outside of birth doulas, right? So I do want you to know your options and to pick the ideal doula path for you and the way that you are choosing to show up and support your community, right? I do want to give you practical tools to not only start, but to sustain a successful doula business, right? Because I feel like so many of us are heart centered and we're so into the work, and we don't realize that the business pieces of it will be the backbone that will allow us to have the longevity that we desire to have within our career and within this industry, right? And if you've been listening to this podcast for any amount of time, you can tell how obsessed I am with business and talking about business and the beautiful, holistic, and healthy ways in which we can start to look at business, to befriend business, and to really use business to our advantage to catapult our careers. And I also want you to have a really supportive, right? Motivated and accountable community, as well as a system for how to get things done and to keep you motivated and accountable. So, we will talk more about that because although this plan and this intensive is for 30 days, I know that this is just the first step of your doula career, right? And so, you are going to be in this for years to come. And so, in order to sustain that sort of longevity, you will need a system to keep you motivated, and you will need a community, right, of support to keep you accountable and to keep you moving forward and to keep pouring into you so you can keep pouring into your community and making the impact that you were designed to make. So, let's talk about what this 30-day launch plan is going to look like for your doula career. So, first, I want to give you the opportunity to start with some clarity and to give you a foundation, right? I mentioned before that really connecting to your why is going to be the anchor that you use to get through your doula career, to stay connected, to stay serving, and to stay full, right? While you serve others, because we all know you can't pour from an empty cup. So we'll go through that in days 1 through 7. Days 8 through 14, we're going to talk about training and certification. We'll talk about networking within the doula community that you have, whether that's in person or global. And we'll also talk about biz setup because you know your girl loves to talk about some business. Then we are going to move to days 15 through 21, where we'll talk about client attraction because Lord knows that everybody and a mama all over the internet every single day wants to know, how do I get my first 3 clients? How do I get my first client? How do I get my next client? I'm going through a client drought. What do you do? We'll talk about all of that. We'll also talk about building your professional referral network. So this will be the network that you build with other holistic practitioners outside of the doula industry, right? So how do we connect with those chiropractors, with those doctors, pediatrician, also pediatric dentists, Pilates instructors, all of those people that really come into contact with the families that we wish to serve and can really support us with getting our name and our services and the benefit of our support out there into our community at large, right? Days 21, I'm sorry, days 22 through 31, we are going to launch. Okay. So we're talking about launching your doula career, and I hope you're ready because we're going to launch. And I really want to talk about what that looks like, how to really make yourself known, how to stay consistent with getting in front of people in a way that really honors your personality and your strengths and can give you a bit of edge to really make yourself shine by communicating in the way that you love to communicate, right? And I promise it won't all be social media, okay? Because I know some of y'all like to lurk and scroll on social media, but you don't want to pop up there, right? So we'll give you some options and some different paths for how to really make that happen. We'll also talk about a post success plan, right? So, again, this is a 30-day action plan, but I know that this is the first step in a long journey because you're going to have a long and beautiful doula career. I found out recently I was attending some conferences virtually, and I found out that the average doula career is 0 to 5 years. And I was so shocked to find out how quickly people are burning out, quitting, leaving the industry, whatever the circumstances. And so I really want to make sure that I am preparing you to be successful beyond these 30 days. And I really want to make sure that this is a tool and it's a resource for you to really make it happen, doing the do in doula, right? And doing the action, serving the people, and keeping yourself as well full. That way you can do that, because pouring out does take a lot of energy. It takes a lot of emotional and mental support for you. And so I want to make sure that you have that so you can continue to do the work and continue to do the do in doula, right? Okay, so why am I giving this to you in this method, right? I know a lot of us have bought courses, right? We love courses, we love information, but how many of us have courses sitting on our digital shelves collecting digital dust, right? Because the truth is that sometimes we just need short, actionable steps that we can take. And that's exactly what this will be. Nothing will be overwhelming, I promise. I promise to make it simple. I promise to make it clear. And I promise to leave you with things that you can do every single day to move yourself closer. I don't want you to wade through any more information on Google or ChatGPT or Gemini and go in circles and circles and circles and trying to figure out what is the first step you should take. What step should I take after that? I will tell you A to B to C to D, what steps you should take, right? This will also keep you focused, right? And out of that frustrated, overwhelmed, and anxious place. I like this because this action plan will also prioritize action over perfection. How many of us know that if we give ourselves too much time, we will overthink something, try to perfect it, prolong it, when honestly, we should just prioritize it, take an action on it, because action informs more than us sitting there overthinking about it, right? After these 30 days, you will also have a clear plan and tools that you need to finish the year strong. I promise it'll all come together in a nice little neat bow, and you'll have that toolkit and you'll have that plan for 2025 to continue to move forward. And if you're listening this or finding this in the future, that's okay. You will still have the tools and the plan that you need to move forward wherever you may be in the year. So, what you will need, I want you to have an open mind and to embrace new ideas. Okay. I'm a little unconventional. So if you've been around the doula industry for a while, if you heard some of the sayings and, heard some of the things and some of the common advice, some of what I tell you will definitely go against that common advice. And after being in this industry for like 5 years now, serving as an active doula for birth and postpartum support, having put in hundreds of hours of overnight postpartum support, and having supported over 2 dozen families as a birth doula, as a solo doula, as a partner on a 2-person team, and also as a part of an agency, I can tell you that I have seen and done a lot, right? And so I know that a lot of the traditional doula advice doesn't work. And we're in this post COVID, right, world, and we're in a whole new brave front when it comes to the doula industry, especially as things happen like insurance industry, insurance companies coming into the industry. There has been so much that has changed. And so some of the age old advice doesn't stick anymore, right? And somebody once said the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. And so for a lot of us, it's time to hear something new and shake some things up and try something different. So be open, have an open mind, and embrace new ideas, because I promise you, if you hang around me long enough, you're going to hear some things that are not common in this industry. I also need you to have a willingness to act. Like I said, this is a 30-day action plan. And so every single day, you have to be willing to make some time before work, after work, during work, on your lunch break, in the car, pick up line while you're waiting on your kids, whatever that looks like, make the time to take the action. Also want you to have the courage to lean into discomfort and to growth. How many of us know that sometimes it's uncomfortable to grow, right? How many of us know that growth sometimes requires us to come out of our comfort zone, but that it can also lead to some beautiful new things that can be established within our lives and within our careers. So be willing to lean into the discomfort. I also want you to have a support system to keep you accountable. So, this would be an excellent time to use this platform as an accountability because we will be here daily, but to also maybe connect with someone in your real life who you can text or send an email to or hop on Zoom with, who maybe has the same goal as you, or maybe has a goal to do something different, shake something up in their life. And you guys can message each other, talk to each other, talk through some of the discomfort, also talk through some of the challenges that you're having. I feel like 2024 for me, I haven't accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish, but one thing that has been next level excellent for me this year has been finding accountability partners and leaning into accountability partnerships, especially because I was doing something new as far as launching the YouTube channel, and I was so overwhelmed, like with all of the information and in my mind overthinking, and maybe I should buy some new tech equipment. Lord knows I don't need any more tech equipment. I have so much. And it was good to have an accountability partner for me because I'm like, oh my gosh, we're meeting in 2 weeks, and I don't want to come to this meeting and not have anything new to say or anything new accomplished. And so it really forced me to get out of my head and get out of the perfectionism and to really just act. So putting something on the calendar with an accountability partner and setting that deadline really moved me out of my head and into real creative and beautiful action. It allowed me to launch the YouTube channel. So I really do feel like accountability is the secret weapon for accomplishing the things that we want to accomplish, but we haven't. So test it out. Um, think of 3 people right now in your real life who you could talk to and say, hey, I'm going on this journey. This is my goal. Could we meet once a week, once every other week, either on Zoom or just a quick voice text, whatever that looks like, to hold me accountable to this goal? And some of the practical tools you'll need: pen and paper if you like to write things down. If not, you can always use a laptop, phone, or tablet. You can use the Notes app. You will need Wi-Fi or hotspot, some sort of internet, because we will be researching, we will be creating documents. I do want you to write things down, right? And so those are the things that you'll need. And of course, you'll need a coach or a mentor, and I will be that for you along this journey. So I'm so excited to be the person that will lead you and walk alongside you throughout this intensive. So now the question for you: will you make the commitment, right? So are you willing to show up for yourself every day for the next 30 days? And are you ready to answer the call and step into your purpose of becoming a doula and finally launching the career that you know you were called to, right? So, those are the questions that I have for you. And if the answer is yes, then let's go along this journey and let's doula this. I cannot wait to see you guys in the next episode. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.